Congratulations, class of 2020 Green Pond High School. I know you may not like it, but you are indeed the chosen class for such a time as this. As we've said at Green Pond, we pledge to respect life, reject violence, listen to understand, share with others, rediscover solidarity, and protect our planet. No one ever dreamed that for your graduation, you would not be marching across the stage in your green and yellow gowns, collecting the certificates that you worked so hard for. Instead, COVID-19 has forced you to do a virtual graduation.
Let me start that one here. Like how Martin Luther King would have started. My dream, my dream, my dream, my dream, my dream. Tell you my dream is to live my dream. Hear the most I in me sleep when me sleep. Tell you my goal, my goal, my goal. All of my goal is to reach.
But let's look at the meaning of the term graduate. It has emerged from the Latin word which means rados, or rather is rados. It means to step forward into something new.
This year has been nothing short of eventful, to say the least. Just being alive and able to share the hurdles of the school year is indeed a blessing. Join us aboard this vessel, Green Pond Majesty of Survival, as we reflect on our journey for the academic year 2019-2020.
All aboard! Welcome to the Green Pond High School Majesty of Survival, departing the Cornwall Courts Ramtali Pier. Travel with us as we extend a grand tour of our ship. We embarked on our voyage on September 6, 2015. We approached the gangway with much apprehension, as some of us were encouraged by family who deem it a prestigious institution where ordinary students become extraordinary citizens.
Yes, Travis, you are correct. But I also remember instances where individuals failed to acknowledge the school's work. We were about to embark on a mission to the promised land. As we entered, we experienced mixed emotions. We were excited as we were about to take on adventures. Sad, we were on our own with no parents to protect us, and fearful, for we did not know the trials and tribulations that lay ahead. Some of us felt intimidated and even inadequate. Our orientation began in grade 7, where we were placed in different classes according to the criteria of the institution. Over a 1-week period, we were introduced to a wonderful set of teachers who worked with us assiduously to uphold the mantra, success, nothing less. Our grade 7 coordinator, Miss Spence, presented to us the Green Pond commandments that we had to abide by or else. Verily, verily, I say unto you, thou shalt not run or play on the corridor. Thou shalt not wear tight or short skirts. Thou shalt come to school on time. Thou shalt work, and work well until thou die of working well. Our then principal, Mr. Michael Ellis, sounded the horn with signal, let the voyage begin. It was then on us to work hard and not waste time, as graduation was ever in view. Our very capable teachers guided us through the rough ways that were ahead. Among the groups were Dr. Harriot, journalist Wilmoth, nurse Miller, Principal Whitmore, not so sure Waters, teacher DaCosta, and how could I leave out preacher Mesado?
In no time, a year had passed, welcoming us to grade 8. We thought that being older, things would get easier. However, the grade 8 coordinator and their team were no walkovers. Mrs. K. Williams was a no-nonsense person, as she often walked the corridors and uttered the words, "Oh no, continue," whenever she caught us slacking up, which of course indicated to all students they had to buckle up.
As we stormed through grade 9, it was the grade to make or break you. It was the year where all idleness had to stop. We thought we could take down one agriculture teacher, Mr. McFarlane, but we have to think again. Whose idea was it to put the agriculture office below the grade 9 block? Every sound echoed downstairs, resulted in the noisy class being punished. Cleanliness is next to godliness was his motto. If he walked the corridor and saw a rapper, his face would automatically become stern. His hands would fall behind him, and he would walk to the nearest class and command that no student leaves when the bell goes. At the pronouncement, we all knew that starvation was going to take place. Despite him being strict, he was also known as the Green Pond Vibes Master. At the end of grade 9, there was a transformation of students in the group. We were at a different phase in our lives. Our teacher knew it and were there for us. With their militant and constant supervision, they were able to keep us in line.
Out at sea, we saw the land of grade 10. I think that this was the year most of us decided to grow up. We were thrust into the boiler room as we were introduced to the rigors of the CSEC syllabus. SBAs were introduced, but who cared about that? The deadlines were nowhere in sight, so we had a lot of time, or so we thought. As we continued to traverse the treacherous waters, the waves got rougher and the wind blew harder, but we stood on deck, sailing to the promised land of grade 11.
We thought grade 10 waters were rough, but grade 11's completely altered the course of direction. Our responsibilities increased. Our SBAs we took slightly in grade 10 now rained down on us. The teachers, like the Philistines, pursued us relentlessly. Some of us were even ambushed. Just as clearance was on the horizon, the registration for CSEC, NCT Vet, and City and Guilds, our course took us right through the coronavirus pandemic. And our entire ship took a hit. There was a massive shift in the teaching and learning experience. This, of course, saw a lot of us running down different gangways fighting for survival. There are those of us who lost our balance and fell overboard. It was at that very moment that our entire journey on the Green Pond High School Majesty of Survival flashed before our eyes. Did we make the most of every opportunity we got? Allowing the ship to leave us in this present state would only spell doom. So we cried out for help, and our ever compassionate guides dashed us jackets. oh, now we hung on for dear life. It was almost as if the fall brought everything into perspective. We were now willing to do whatever it took to make it to the promised destination.
All things considered, we can well say we spent 5 glorious years on the Green Pond High School Majesty of Survival. Though it was not the Love Boat, the voyage would not have been this memorable without some famous couples on board. Let's raise a toast to them. Parting bouquets will be issued by the purser on their way out.
Excellence is what we do best here at Green Pond High. Our DaCosta Cup football team made a big show advancing to the second round of the competition. The netball team came out strong, advancing to the semi-finals of the ISA netball competition. When teams work hard together, success takes care of itself.
The voyage would not be this rewarding without our entertainers who made the journey exciting. Let us big up the DJs, man like Okari, Leon, and Leo. It is clear they have a future in the music business. No event would be the same without our dancers, Daniel, Roger, and Donnell, along with Theoshe and her all-girls crew who mash up the place every time they grace the stage. Kaboom! Heritage Fest and Jamaica Day would never be the same.
As our feet touch the promised land, we look back with gratitude and salute all those who made this journey a peaceful, pleasant, and wonderful one. Our parents who mothered and fathered us, we adore you. Thanks for providing the basic needs to help us reach this point in our destination.
Nurse, we could not make it out without your alcohol and peroxide swabs that we often visit your office for, even when there is absolutely nothing amiss. Also, thank you for the band-aids to cover acne, both real and imaginary. Thanks to the administrative staff who made our days better and brighter. To the auxiliary staff who ensured our environment was clean and healthy for teaching and learning, your work has not gone unnoticed.
Thanks to the tuck shop and canteen staff for satisfying our appetites for the past 5 years. Those cups of soup surely bust some gas. To the security team for keeping us safe and secure. Our humble guidance counselors, Mr. Sean Bailey and Mrs. Saman Bernard, we deeply appreciate you for guiding us through some of our most difficult decisions. Mr. Webley, our Dean of Discipline, I know we had you on your toes and often took you for a ride, but thanks for your tolerance and patience throughout the process.
Our principal, past and present, vice principal, teachers, and coaches, words are inadequate to express our gratitude to you. To everyone, our success is your success. You have given us the freedom to bear, the courage to excel, and belief that we can achieve our best. You have been there for us when we have doubted ourselves.
What new are you stepping forward into as you leave the gates of Green Pond High? Remember that we have made you ready for the world of work and for the world of higher education. And so, as you leave and step forward into something new, remember your purpose. Remember your passion. Remember your energy. And remember the 3 messages that we have always passed on to you. You can do it. Yes, you can. Move forward. do well. Number 2, everything we do is important. How you respond to the challenges which come in this pandemic and how you approach the next phase of your life. Always remember, it's very important. And finally, we will never give up on you. So though you will leave our gates today, you'll always be in our prayers, and we will always be here for you to call upon for encouragement and for support. And as you go, just remember, we always encourage you with everything that happens in your life. Always insist on success, nothing less. Thank you. Congratulations. You did it.
For all this and more, the class of 2020 thanks you.
Fellow graduates, we have made it.
We finally made it. We are graduating. Congratulations. We now say it best when we say success, nothing less.
So much sacrifice, let's just do what's right. Think about the future, let's help save our life. We're in this together, let us all unite. Together we fight, let's just live, not die. So when you feel like giving up, when you feel like there is nowhere to go, no. When you feel life is over, when you feel like there is no one to hold,
like the ashes we rise, like a phoenix we soar. And this is who we are, and we take it to the world. And now is the